getting started in about 8 minutes time. This is your perfect time to go relax, get yourself a drink of water, get yourself situated. We're coming into it in just a little bit. It will be AOW versus OVL Echo tonight for Assault in the OCML League. This is OCML League. Yes. LOL loud. In OCML, we will have Angels of War versus Oscar Victor Echo. This is going to be a good one, so get yourself situated. We'll be back into it in just about 7 minutes. We'll see you then. everybody, and welcome back. We've got a good one lined up for you folks. We have AOW versus OVL Eclipse. This should be a fantastic showing for both teams. I have gotten word from the teams that we will have one player lagging slightly behind before for match start. So we will expect a little bit of a delay on that end. Whether we play 4 versus 5 or if they are willing to accept a little short delay, we will see as we get prepared on the back end. We'll be getting started in just a little bit. Warm those seats up. Here we go. He tries to pop it, I don't think. To make it in, that could have been a double kill. Sophie and Special Ops now faced with Rolly. There goes the knock. Gets another!
Chocolate pushing it. Perfect timing. Aztec did not spot him because he was staring up. Chocolate has made it all the way to the east roof.
Boy. He might get Aztec here, and he does. No? Yes. Yeah, 5 people. They're going to break down the ship. Luna takes down 2 right off the bat. What was that angle? Oh my goodness!
Aztec drop shots to this goal.
1,000. No! No!
Oh,
it's
goes
fine.
for the kill instead.
Anyway. Link is hot and smokes are all over the place. This is where you want to be if you're AOW. OVL needs to make magic happen. Patrice, great utility, flashes potatoes, swings, gets taken out by Angel. Position to give call-outs. Jay flashes Phenom here. Oh, he's going to slow push directly into him, and Phenom's going to clean him up. Smoke comes out from Elmo. Falls short. Antics on the roof. That's going to be a punish from Ringo as he's overextended to the roof. AK is going to get the refrag. Nicely done. Is AK watching it? No, he can't see. Zepon's in cap position. The smoke runs out. No! AK, take the shot. He can't see him. He takes down Timmy instead. No corner, takes 2. Would have been legendary. Extra flash, nobody's over there, but Phenom's going to use it to reposition. That could cost her. Rocket's got this angle. Phenom goes down. That's a beautiful grenade. They have 3 defenders to break in order to do that. Antics is going to come in any minute now. Here comes the cleanup. Timmy gets taken out by Jay. It's just Rango, and Antics is about to finish it. There is no way he's ready for this. There it is. Shot. Boom! There it is. Phenom now has to watch the back. He's going to swing in. Antics gets punished. There's the refrag. Jay still holding the angle. Phenom's going to go out. That's going to be another refrag. There it is. Just like that. Last player goes down. Yeah, no quarters has 1 player. Raging Moth 4 up on Marsoc round. Timmy needs to shut everything down by himself, and he has shot his weapon. He is exposed, and AK is going to take it down. There goes the grenade. Nova and Kami go down to Bubbly Toucan's grenade. Bubbly Toucan now on Link, takes down another. Rolly's going to take down Kaz by accident. That's a push out. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Angels of War versus OVL Echo. Both teams getting themselves situated for this first map. First map should be Extradition, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Extradition. Fantastic map for a lot of psychotic, close range, crazy situations. It's going to be a lot of sight lines, a lot of checking corners, and a lot of getting caught off guard, especially if you're playing on the Marsoc side. Marsoc really needs to make a lot of value out of their tickets and get the most out of each body. We are going to be starting with AOW on Marsoc versus OVL Eclipse. This is, in fact, AOW's map pick. We're going to see how OVL Eclipse does this, how they perform here, pushing into this right now. This should be very interesting as we wait for both teams to get themselves situated. OVL Eclipse still going to be a little bit behind on the preparation, and that's okay. We have had some communication between both teams. It looks like we will end up with most likely a 5 versus 4 start. But on Marsoc, no, this would be on Volk. I was going to say on Marsoc, that's not that big of a problem. That just means less tickets to lose. However, on Volk, that is going to be very difficult. So I'm not sure how this is going to shape up for both teams. Oh boy, I'm excited. Had a little bit of time. Hopefully everyone's been doing well in the interim. I've been keeping myself way too busy lately, and we're back at it, and I can't wait. As we get ready for the first map, let's take a quick look in on the map, shall we? All right, extradition, and gives me a chance to make sure everything's working correctly. Beautiful. So extradition is a very close quarters map, and this objective especially, there's going to be a lot of Overwatch. So we can see through the ceiling, but if I drop down here, you can see what they see. We've got like a small area where you got some exposure, but it's a little funky for them. How much of this is low? We're going to see a lot of those back sight lines, but this is assault, so we're going to see a heavy amount of flanking. However, pushing into this building is going to be paramount, and getting control of this bridge, that is going to be the main factor. You're going to see a lot of explosives. As pushing onto this uplink for Marsoc, very scary. And then, you know, obviously countering as Volk, trying to get that control back. Again, all it takes is a couple of grenades to really shut you down. I'm curious to see what the RPG and the HE frag usage is going to be on this map. Going to be the decision maker is how they can utilize their one use. Let's take a look over here. So your main sight lines are going to be these back sections over here that can see the crosses off of uplink and cover those lines. Obviously, you have to take control of this bridge, so keeping control of this bridge is going to be your main section. Ooh, I've got my tablet ever so slightly angled, and it's driving me nuts. Hold on, I have to fix that, because if I don't, it's going to make me crazy. It just doesn't feel natural. Gotta erase this ugly thing. All right. Oh, that's much better. So keeping control of this bridge is going to be pivotal for both teams. You're going to see a lot of heavy usage of this window here. That's going to give them the overarching cycle line over the top here. That's going to be the key position to fish out for AOW on the push. Clearing out a player on this backside is going to be pivotal, as well as controlling this long hallway. Generally speaking, if you're playing inside of this hallway, that puts you at risk to getting destroyed by anybody that clears out this building. Will have the sight line on you, and it's not what you want, because essentially you are just a fish in a barrel over here. When we take a look over there, well, let's take a look. So you'll see down this back sight line into stairwell. If you're playing this line, you have a great overarching control and the ability to drop low to be able to control here. The issue is, without a player to watch your back, you're at risk to getting flanked on from the rear, and it is a heavy risk, as this is a very safe back section to push. So if you're on Volk, having control of both of those areas is important if you want to utilize that position. If you are not utilizing that position, your alternative is controlling this building, and if you control this room, you're going to be in a much better shape, but it is going to open you up to dealing with those pushes from that stairwell. So controlling both is going to be the name of the game as we get ready for both teams. This should be... I can't wait. This is going to be fantastic. This should be a really good objective to start as well. Nice and interesting, and not so aggressively difficult for yours truly to keep control of the situation and get a nice view for all of you guys. I will admit there's a secondary uplink out towards the guard tower there, if you can see it. You see all the weirdness and seeing through the roofs and trying to... Yeah, no, it's a nightmare trying to show everything going on over there. But this is a nice little open area, and I am here for it as we wait for both teams to get themselves situated. I'm singing stuff. Wait, you don't want to hear me start singing. It's bad. It's really bad. Listen, I can't even call it a song. It's like singing nausea music. Quickly. OVL, get ready before I start singing. Then everyone throws up and leaves. Make sure I've got my mic on because I'm paranoid about that now. Actually, I'm just going to be paranoid for the next 45 minutes or so because it's not one of my streams unless something somewhere goes wrong. I'm just waiting for that. Can you hear me over the music? Over the highlight reel. We've still got one more player waiting to trickle in. Had a little bit of an issue with a schedule occurrence at the last second, so we're going to hop over to the highlights for a hot second. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Oh! Did I just turn French? Let's come out over comms. Nova in position. A lot of heavy push-up. There goes Kami taking out TK. Bubbly's about to push into Nova. Bubbly does get the refrag. Nova pushes out. Rolly pushes out. C4! Will he catch Fire Team on the inside? There's the U-tail. It bounces off the wall. I think that's a grenade. Oh, it only takes Willie. That is Fire Team down. Here he comes to come in and clean up. He's going to swing. Killbox mobs. Ability to take control. So long as Killbox can keep control of that guard tower, and speak of the devil, there goes Bubbly Toucan. That's going to cost them. Yuto flashes Ringo. Nolo's going to use it to reposition 1,000, 2,000. Ringo's no longer blind, but he is deaf. There it goes. Flash doesn't seem to catch Nolo. Might have caught him. He's going to re-flash. Ringo's blind. Nolo has no idea he's there. There goes Ringo like a snake. A lot sooner. Select Pie is going to take down Shinobi. Classic detective with unlimited means of money at their disposal. You'd think they would have found their parents' killer a lot sooner. Select Pie is going to take down Shinobi. And that is forever going to be stuck in that clip. Is me talking about Batman. You got to be quicker than that. Oh. Oh. Peas. Here comes the push out. Beautiful utility. That catches him completely off guard. He's going for it. Peas. Flash 1. Flash 2. He's going for it. What is this man on? Can't back off because of this. There goes 1. Ring Monster goes down. Peas is going to overextend. He's doing it blind. Grenade. There goes Nolo. Side. Ringo's just holding at the door. I think with a knife. He's in the smoke. Yep. There goes the second. Flash does not connect. Pre-fire comes out from Shinobi in the back line. Select Pie. Fighting 1v5. Pounds pushes up. Very nice. C4 comes out. Does not connect. Peas commits to the swing up top. This is a game of peekaboo. Shinobi takes down Peas. Just Smith left. A frag at one point. Yuto pushes in. Shinobi runs right into the frag. Pre-fires into Peas. Smith swings and he's going to take him down. Platform in a very powerful position, however. Peas. Quick peeks. Ring Monster forced to swing. He's going to get refragged. Does take one on the way out, though. Beautiful grenade. Doesn't catch anybody. Nolo is going to swing out. Ring goes down to a beautiful grenade. I'm sorry I wasn't able to catch it as Wicked is holding here underneath. I figured this is going to happen anytime. I had to pick 50-50. Ringo takes him down, and that's going to be the round. Pounds Shinobi. Pretty standard push. As we see a heavy push in the south. I saw a line for a second. There goes Pounds taking a hit. He's going to start shooting back because he's too caught in the open. Select Pie coming up for this swing. He's going to come up the flank. C4 takes one. He's pushing. Select Pie's on his heels. Trade. I don't think that could have gone better for Shinobi. He was destined to die there. To the cross. Reload. Starts over. Wicked goes down. Select Pie's in on Link. Ring Monster. It's going to shut him down. Badger. Now coming in, it's a revolving door. Free Fire's coming out. Badger goes down again. Peas, are you going to be next in the line? It's a conga line on the uplink. Ring Monster's going to push into Peas. There goes another. Can you do it? See your reaction time. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting. It is in fact going to be a 4 versus 5. It looks like OVL does have a B spawn coming in. AOW. On the push with 5 players. Here we go. Sorry about the extended break. We're here. We are ready. Going to be Patrice on that far side on the B spawn. Here comes the push. Let's see the line that they are taking in. Only Dawn is going to be supported by Supdog. Let's take a look over there. Looks like the rest of the team is here. It is a 5 versus 5. OVL in position. Supdog waiting. Nolo's going to be the first engagement. That's the view. That's the cross. Supdog waiting patiently for the pick. Waiting super patiently. He wants multiple. Gets none, unfortunately. That is going to be the down. Only Dawn's going to take down Nolo, though. Let's take a look over here. Acer on the shot. Patrice. So much CQB.
I'm down, Acer.
Rez coming out from Acer. There's so much happening. Okay. Deep breaths. Let's get back to it. On Link, currently we have Broken Native holding strong. Supdog on that far side. Off the push on the Rez. 51 now pushing up. Native is going to shut it down. Acer right around the corner. Is everyone all right? I feel like we did so much jumping over there. Hard when it's CQB like that. Native on Link, covering from that push. You can see there was, in fact, a player right up on top of Link at this point. Nolo is going to take down Steel. Dawn pushing out. Going to try and contest. Nolo takes down Broken Native. There goes Broken Native. Patrice. Last one proper defend. Nolo does go down, however. Nicely done. Patrice is going to take down Nolo. Nolo gets the... can be rezzed. Acer right on top is going to get the res. Dawn trying to make something happen. Goes down to Acer and Nolo. 51 Vector going to take down Supdog. Nolo on Link. That's going to be Link hot already. Steel and Native pushing back, trying to gain control. Nova pushes out into Steel, gets the knock. Stuv and Nola in position, gonna take down Native. Dawn making the final push. Patrice is gonna trade. Supdog ready to go in. Nova's a one-man army. Supdog. There's the push out. He's gonna go blind. Nova's gonna take him down. You gotta check your corners. Acer goes down to Dawn. Dawn almost shut down by Nova. Doesn't quite though. Dawn can get to Link. There's not much time left. Couple seconds at most. Dawn, you need to make something happen. Steel in our corner. Nova now stuck in deep. Dawn pushes up. Nova locked in. He could stop the cap here, but he has to worry about Steel. Nova, beautiful grenade onto there. Doesn't stop cap, however. Dawn might have gotten it just in the nick of time. He does! OVL saves it from the brink of defeat. 51 now has to make the push with the rest of the team. He's going to go down to Sup. Incredible gameplay. We've been at this for, I want to say, 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that was already the most intense minute and 30 so far. Steel and Nolo going to take a trade. For OVL, that is very worth. That is going to be one less ticket. Nova smokes out the Link. Pre-fire coming out from Broken. Does not stop him. Need to pre-fire into the smoke. Broken finally does catch Nova on the pre-fire. Acer goes down right behind him on his heels. 51 stuck at the doorway. This is what Native sees. It's not a pretty sight. You just gotta guess and hope for the best. Nolo pushing around the corner. He's gonna go down to Steel, take the trade. Stuv gonna take down Broken Native and Dawn. That's gonna give him perfect position to get to Link. Stuv is now on Link. Patrice, the only one on OVL still up, one up, has to come and defend this uplink once again. Link is no longer up as 51 and Dove are gonna go down. Sub's gonna push up, take down Nova. Acer tries to send Link, decides to go for the kill instead. Link is hot. Only Don, Native, pushing up to that second floor. Don committing to the bottom floor. He's gonna try and clear out so that Native has an opportunity to push up. Acer has his line, sees him, takes him down. Native on Link. Beautiful flash from Acer. It's gonna slow him down. Doesn't catch. Steel goes down. Beautiful flick from Acer, back and forth between Steel and Native. Native's holding the line for the push. Patrice pushing up, but blinded by a second flash from Acer. Beautiful grenade, but it doesn't stop him. He's now pushed down. He's gonna commit. Native's now on Link. Can send in the smoke, but doesn't realize it. OVL needs to get this send. 51 now able to pre-fire in. Would have gotten Native had Native pushed out, but Native did not. He's gonna get taken down by Acer on the backside, however. Acer has cleaned up this uplink. OVL, one player left, and there's no way to get to the uplink in time. That is gonna be AOW round 1. After one of the most amazing clutches from OVL to get back the uplink, and then immediately losing it again to AOW on that sheer aggression. Well played. Oh man, I need a cigarette. I'm kidding. Wait. Kidding. Take that back. Sorry, late at night, long day. All right. So much happening. So little time. Let's break it down. Let's go over here. All right, we take a look at the uplink from this side. We get a better shot. Acer gaining control of the uplink. Marsoc getting control here. Acer deciding to live down in this bubble here, making absolute maximum use of this defense. Instead of holding and watching for doorway, watching down towards that bottom section, keeping his eyes steady, and then occasionally shutting down doorway with a beautiful use of flash grenades in the corner there. Absolutely masterclass. Each flash grenade bought, I want to say, a full 5 seconds for Marsoc. Absolutely insane. What am I hearing? Yeah, I don't want to know what I'm hearing. Never mind. I take it back. I don't want to know. Here comes the push out. Early engagement. 51 Native. Nova is going to go down.
Another one. Right around the corner.
They do manage to take off one of OVL's tickets early. That's going to be value as AOW is going to get the respawn soon. 51 is going to take down another. That is 2 tickets worth out of that push in exchange for having 3 players up on this pushback. Early guest C4 from 51. Going off of vibe. Sometimes you just got to do the vibe check C4. It works at least 10% of the time, which means if you do it 10 times, it'll work every time. Supdog's going to take down Nolo. You see the push out. On the far side, who is that? Patrice is going to go down to Nova. Nova manages to defend that backside flank. Stuv, shots coming out. Supdog's going to take down Stuv. Get the finish on Nova. Rez coming in from Acer. Nova gets the res. Take a look back on Link. On Link, we've got a bit of pandemonium going on. Supdog has made it to the stairwell. gonna get taken down by two sources, Acer and Nova. Gonna get shared shots in there as Nolo's gonna go down to Dawn. Nova's gonna trade with Dawn. That is going to put OVL in a good position on Link. 51 now pushing first floor back to Link. Let's take a look at it from the other side. Here we go, flip. 51 pushing up and holding that defensive line over in the stairwell, making sure nobody can get to that stairwell. Supdog, however, is on stairwell. There is now smokes on Link. 51 has to defend. He's going to push up to those stairwell and start doing the pre-fire, except he's going to get picked off on the swing, only for Nolo to come in and absolutely decimate Marsoc. Steal the last one up on Marsoc. Unable to shut down Nolo. He's going to have to try and make it around that backside. Nolo has full control now. Not sure if he's aware, but he has just saved this cap from coming out. Marsoc had no contest after that. Smoke's going to come out online. Nolo goes down to Dawn. Dawn's going to do a beautiful grenade next to Nova. Nova is going to just barely past it. That's why you cook your grenades, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn's going to go down to Nova. Supdog refrag. And there's the late raw grenade from Nova. Uncooked. Grenades are like eggs. They're not as good raw. Nolo's going to get swung on by Supdog. Supdog's going to accept the trade. Nova pushing up behind. As shots come out on Link, Stubbs going to shut down Patrice. Patrice taking Acer on the way out. Dawn grenades the table. Unfortunately, beautiful grenade comes out from Nova, but once again, it's going to be raw. Catches nobody because it was raw. Nova's going to take down Dawn in response. That's the trade from Sup. Patrice gets shot in the back. Even surprised the caster. That's the push-up. Steel goes down to Stuv. Native online. Going to catch 51 in the back. Stuv's going to swing and refrag. Rez has come out. There's only one up for OVL. Two up. All right. They are repositioning, licking their wounds, getting themselves resituated for that final push. Let's take a look from their point of view here. Here comes that push out that's outside. Acer is on his way to contest. There he is in the window. Supdog smokes him out with the M203. That's going to let him get real close to throw those flashes and grenades. Bad grenade. Once again, raw. 51, however, is going to shut down Patrice. Callouts come out. 51 pushes out, tries to throw the C4, catches nobody. Heavy engagement here on the south side. Flash comes out from Nova. Nova's going to commit to the swing. Heavy commit to the swing. Catches two. What was that commit? Osteel on that far side. Let's take a look. OVL needs to get a reset here. No momentum. Stuv is going to shut down Patrice. This is a rough situation if you are OVL. AOW, beautiful flash, catches Osteel. Here's the footsteps. He's aware he's out there. He's just got to hold now. Osteel might be the last ticket for OVL. Nova's going to loot off of OVL's corpse. 6 minutes and 20 on the clock. Very heavy pushes and heavy aggression. A lot of tickets used on that push, nearly getting the cap several times. But that resource management will get you. Osteel. Ozzy's around the corner. Stubb getting antsy. He's got enough time to just wait and let Stubb get antsy and overextend. He's at this point, he's hoping AOW is going to overextend a couple of bodies and give him a chance to at least make something happen. When you're in this position, your only goal is no longer to win the round, but to send a message that you are dangerous. Osteel needs to get several kills to send that message. Gets a kill, expects the call out, and goes towards A spawn. No, he's going to reposition to try and get another kill. Again, just sending that message. We are dangerous. We can shoot you. And there's the trade coming out from Stuv and Steel. Gonna end that one right then and there. Well played, well played. AOW takes the round. Absolutely nuts. Very well played. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was quite a bit there. A beautiful push-up coming out from, beautiful push-up coming out from AOW. That's why I had this. Gaining full control of a very difficult position to control in the form of this room up here. Once you have control of this room, you find yourself in a very good position on Marsoc. Once you've got your smokes out and you've shut this down, you have the ability to push for cap so long as you can clear the bottom side of the stairwell clear. You just have to keep one entrance locked down, and that is your back entrance. Unfortunately, with 3 Marsoc players covering this room, one of them was not able to shut down this entrance, and with that not shut down, one player was able to come and just absolutely decimate the room. And that was the pivotal moment in this match. As we get ready for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. We're going to back off. Van's committing. Free fires his way in. Nolo's going to punish him for it. There goes Van. As commits. 51's going to back off. I'm just now noticing the Eclipse versus C4 Echo. Comes out. I had it spelled Echo. Does not catch Raz, which means 51 knows he's got to be pushing this interior line. He's going to swing. Raz commits. 51 commits back. Well, it's come out. Tenet and 51. That's going to be a beautiful grenade. Oh my god, it doesn't reach. 51's going to swing off of it anyway. Tenet going to trade. Nolo, C4 takes down Tenet. No zone, not close enough to Rez. That's going to be the call out, but Tenet is going to go down to that C4. Nolo gets value out of that push. They're going to stay within eye shot of each other for the time being. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Still plenty of time. 51's going to push out into Tenet. No! Tenet's going to look away at the worst time. Interior wall. He's peeking the stairwell. Very nice. Good alternate line to try and catch a player off guard. We'll see if it works out for him on Stuv. There it is. Stuv going to go down. Gets caught out by Darren Clark. Darren in that same position as the first round. Will he catch 51 again? Oh, I'm gonna say that's a no. Back. Just up into no zone. No zone's ready for him. Boom! There goes 51, and there goes the action over on Nolo up top. And the smoke to cut his line off before he retreats. Well, at least he got that off. Tenet's gonna push for that. He commits to the swing round back. Slowly losing it. Draven, there he goes. He's going to swing in. No zone's going to accidentally shoot Darren Clark in the process, as well as Tenet taking down Nolo. No zone's going to push into Reaper's line. He's going to see him. That's going to be the pick. Oh no, the flash catches Tenet. Draven walks right past his line while he's blind. I don't even think Draven realizes there's a player up there. This is incredible. That's a shot from Tenet. Draven, you should be aware. I don't want to look away because that's what this is going to happen. Here comes Draven underneath. Tenet has no idea that's going to be the pick. That is an HE frag coming out from James from Pillbox. Attempts to pick off Aztec. Shots are being fired to pre-fire. Oh my goodness! Would have cleared the farthest right side of Hesco, but not by much. I can't say that was an excellent nade. Dodo and Mattress in the south holding. As shots come out from Nova. Nova's going to get the pick from over here. Pick. Base slap and catching Dodo and Red. James goes down to a beautiful nade from Aztec. As Nova is going to take down Base Slapper as a refrag. James now down next to Marksman. Mayhem's last 2 up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have map 2. It is going to be, if you guys are familiar with Bazaar, this is Bazaar reimagined. This is Marketplace. I love the sort of reimaginings of classic maps. The graphics updates are a welcome sight. They look absolutely gorgeous. A lot of beautiful work has gone into these maps and optimizing them and making sure they can get the graphics to look absolutely stellar. This is a unique objective to this version. If you're familiar with the original, this is going to be a little different for you, as we have I don't even know I've always called this market. What's the, not market, billboard. I've always called this like Billboard Alley. I don't know the official call out for this area. It says a lot about me. My apologies. I've always said behind billboard. Billboard, if you're not familiar, is, do you see this building here with this object on top? It's called billboard because that AC unit says billboard on it. Trust me. As we see the push out for defense on AOW, early shots coming out. Who is that? Nolo getting those early lines, trying to get that pre-fire in. Is going to push over to Kiat. Lots of early pre-fire coming out. Native apparently taking a shot in the process. Supdog is going to take down Stuv from the road. Nova's going to take down Supdog on the refrag. Beautiful call-outs coming out. Acer and Nolo making that push. See him on that right side. Nova's been called out. Shots coming out. Going to take down Supdog. That's the finish. Nova's pushed back to Link. Get a little zoom out here as Native is controlling the outside road to make sure they don't get a hard push up on flank. Osteel makes it across. Osteel, FTL. Gonna get that team across the road now. They have a secure position. Acer is going to take down Nolo. Doesn't like the way Nolo looked at him, said something inappropriate. Nova is going to get that refrag on Don. Don, the reason that Nolo went down, for sure. As we see a heavy gunfight coming out. Not even a heavy gunfight. We have shots fired in the market. OVL now in a great position. OVL Echo. I did fix it. At the beginning screen, I definitely clicked OVL Echo and I had that prepped, but then I saw AOW Eclipse and my brain did that thing where you're texting one thing and you say another. Nova's going to get the trade with Don. I want to follow this death squad in as OVL now has a great foothold to push this final cross to Link. BL has this foothold. 51 now in market. Nova is going to be the only one shutting this cross down. There goes the smokes. Nova's waiting. Native's going to take down Stuff. There goes another defender. 51. That's Don getting taken down by Nova. Nova has this line and they cannot afford. There's the smoke necessary to make that cross. Nova's going to push out, but Supdog now has the clear push. Acer is going to take him down. OVL had a foothold, waited, saw nobody, and then only pushing right when the defense finally had a player watching the line. That is very unfortunate timing. Such is this game. Nova's going to push out aggressive. Flashes, catches no one. Going to push around that backside and hold. He's got audio for Osteel. Steel pushes out. Timing. Nova's going to take him down. Unbelievable. Nova now fully shutting down this area. Nolo did not like that. Gonna take down Nova. Patrice getting taken down by Acer. Acer takes a shot in the process. There are 3 defenders all around Don right now. Having a casual conversation. Don takes out one. Trades with the second. Nolo around the corner. Gives the call out. That is going to be unfortunate. OVL losing their foothold on Link. Gunfire coming on that far side as Native is going to get knocked and finished. Going to put OVL at a rough position now as AOW has crashed back to control the link more conservatively. See that far side push from Patrice, holding to watch for anybody pushing across this road. And that'll be Nolo. Did not see the cross, however. Will Nolo get picked off late by Patrice?
Wait, so someone try and watch south, someone try and watch southwest.
Nolo has full control of road cross. However, he's got his back turned. He's going to go down to White Truck in a second. 51's going to take down Native, however. Steal on the push, and here's that line. Stuv is going to take down that line. There goes Don. Nolo, nice and secure, thanks to this Hesco. Nolo's got a great line to catch Supdog, but there is still Patrice on the far side. Nolo now exposed. Might catch him here on the scaffolding. No, he is locked in across the road. Understandable. Patrice is going to take down... No, I'm sorry. Acer's going to take down Native. The moment I look away and leave this position is the moment something happens. Alright. Steel takes down Acer. Nolo in a power position right now. As we see a heavy push out to Mini Market. Going to be pushing Kiot in just a second. Let's take a look over there. Oof! The timing. Alright. Let's go for this one then. Because that was unfortunate.
Left side.
Tough Dog still watching. Heavy gunfire coming out. 51.
Alright, didn't die there.
Mini Market is now on fire. Nova's going to take down Don. Kiot now fully controlled by the defender. Supdog's going to take down Stuv. Stuv going down. Native's going to take down Nolo. There goes that far side on the west. 51 controlling the far side west. Taking down Native on the cross. Without those players, it is going to be tougher to make this cross. 51 has shot, however. Still going to take down Patrice despite being called out, essentially. Don is going to catch Nova. Steel goes down to 51 as well. 51 taking 3. Finally, Supdog is going to take down 51. The damage is done, however, taking 3 tickets along with him. As we see the line. Shots come out from Stuv's. Going to take down Don. Native gets the refrag. Nolo in position on Link. Smoke. Is that... Oh, that's a defensive smoke. It's tossed back. And then another smoke. Because there was, in fact, a woman on the 3rd floor watching them through the window, and they felt embarrassed. So they decided to smoke her line as well, just in case she had a weapon. You never know. She could have been armed. Stuff in position on that push along that west side. Gonna go in for the flank on them. Has to watch for White Truck, however. Supdog now in position. OVL's got to be starting to run low on tickets. They're certainly running low on time. There goes 51 on the heavy push straight across the road. Stuv is going to take down Supdog at the same time, however, but OVL now 1 player up. AOW 4 players up. And heavy control of Market. OVL might be on their last ticket, speak of the devil. Take a look at what he sees. Head over to Native. She's going for a heavy reposition on that east side. Gonna go for the full flank. If there's any play that's gonna make it happen, this seems to be the one. I'm not seeing a respawn. We've waited out all the respawn timers. It looks like OVL down to their last ticket. Make it or break it. Do some damage on the way out. Gets the cross. It's cross lines. Much more forgiving than the standard. As Nolo is going to get that shot back on Native. Native trying to take out as many as she could on the way out. AOW is going to take map. round 1 of map 2. So we get reset for the next round. What a round. There's a lot of timings that just didn't work in the way of OVL on that push. AOW really getting control of so much of the map when they needed to, and then gaining control only when they needed to on this far side push. As we see, we had no less than 4 OVL players occupying this space over here, getting full control inside the building. All they had to do was make this final cross. Only one defender. Actually, let's get a little bit better of a view. That much better. We took a look at this street. Only one defender on AOW really able to watch this road cross, and 4 Marsoc in and around this building puts them in a prime position to make this cross. But this cross cannot be safely made without a smoke line covering the road. 2 smokes, all you need to get this cross safely and efficiently. Opting for the the economical route and only doing the first of those 2 smokes, costing them not 1 but 3 bodies on that cross into the late game, and it just ended up not going their way. If there was a pivotal moment in this round, it was right there. OVL doing a great job, however, utilizing their FTL to the max to get into that back section was a really good use, and honestly, definitely could have resulted in a beautiful push to get control of Link. AOW now in position for their Marsoc push. Let's see how they play it in comparison. That's the push up. Shots coming out from Stuv.
Yeah, right side.
Nolo, I'm sorry, that's Nolo on center. Kiat, Patrice, swinging up, back and forth, peekaboo.
Hey, so we can't get the key, just rotate in.
Hold on, it's coming out. Push up. Don gonna take down Nolo. Gonna be a lot of back and forth here. Acer nearly gets saved by onward timing. Don is gonna get that pick. Rotate. Great trigger discipline. Native might have been looking mighty shootable there. Nova's going to take down Sup. Don takes another. 51 going down. Nova taking bullets. Nolo is going to take down Patrice. Right there on corner of Billboard. Don in position to try and contest. Native's going to take down Nova, however. Stuff taking a shot in the process. Nolo taking down another. Correction, Osteel's going to take down Nolo. From Kiat. God, Kiat's beautiful. Sorry, I know. This is gorgeous map. Steel's going to take down 51 as well. Going to get rezzed immediately. Osteel in position watching Kiat, but they are dangerously close to Link. Acer is going to take down Osteel. And another in the form of Patrice. Native on that far side. They're fighting this from the backside of Link on the back foot. Nova on the inside is going to take down 1. There goes Native. Supdog, last defense. Acer on Link. Link is hot. Supdog takes 1. That is very dangerous for OVL. AOW has just taken the objective. OVL stuck on the backside of objective. Really forced onto the back foot here. 51 nade. Oh my! No notes. Beautiful, beautiful grenade. Nolo is going to take down Patrice as 51 takes down Osteel. Grenade comes out from Dawn, undercooked. Sup in position, 51 crosses into the smoke. Native's going to come out and take him down. Acer's going to get the refrag. And that is all the defenders down. OVL, it is not looking good. That is going to be map 2 going to AOW. That is a 4-0. The scores not fully showing the fight that happened on the first map for sure. Second map a little more decisive, as AOW is going to take the match. Absolute insanity. I can't get over how gorgeous these maps are. Once again, shout outs to all the custom map creators. They do it for the love of the game, and man, we appreciate them so much. Thank you to everybody. Absolutely impressive showing for AOW, dominating performance. Really putting OVL Echo onto the back foot on that last map for sure. Absolute insanity. As I just confirmed some things on the back end here. That is your map 2. As we'll be going into USS Quest for map 3. And don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Williams gets flash, counter flash. Texas and Williams both flash. Texas slow pushing. He's going to commit. Swings up. Williams go. Here comes Texas and Mithril Marauder into VR Specialist. They're going to back off. This could be deadly for them if they're not paying attention. Mithril, looking at his tablet, gets picked. Out so thin, feels so thick, for lack of a better term. You know what? I don't like how I put that. Can I take that back, Internet?
It's too late now.
All right.
Texas makes up special.
Texas left right compared to the last round. Chimichanga has backed off the angle. Specialist now in view. Jimmy, all he has to do is peek out. There he goes. Specialist goes down.
And just moving down South Street. So we'll see how Texas is for that clearing here. See if he's going to use some utility to try and get him out
Specialist has finally decided to peek out of the angle that he has. Gonna catch Texas. He's gonna have the angle now. He's gonna get his own opportunity to take that attempt. Looks like he is running the HK. No. Boom. Specialist gonna take down Mason as well.
I'm down. I have no idea where from.
Seconds on the clock. That's the util. Flash! Specialist is now blind. He's going to swing it blind, hoping Chimichanga pushes, but there's 9 seconds on the clock. He doesn't have to. He's going to swing around the back, and Chimichanga's going to take down Specialist and clutch up the round.
Myth made an audio cue. Blue now knows he's there.
Yep, there goes Blue, peeking out slow. He needs to commit to the swing. He throws... All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on USS Quest. It is AOW versus OVL Eclipse. I did it again. Unbelievable. Hold on. I gotta fix that. That's gonna drive me nuts, especially if it's on a clip. I type in AOW first, and then my brain's like, AOW, next word is Eclipse. OVL Echo. I am so sorry, OVL. Please don't hate me and cancel me. I will fix it. Acer is going to take down Patrice. Nolo going to trade with Osteel. Broken Native on the push-up with Supdog. Nova down on Link. 51 down on Link. Call-outs coming out. Acer is now up the flank. That's going to be the coward's way out from Nova. Acer's on Link right now, sending, and there is no idea. Link is hot. Supdog on Link. They're going to have to take it back, but that's going to buy some time. Oh my god, Stuv just taking down Native. Supdog shuts down Stuv, says, no, we're not losing yet. Supdog, you're on Link. Time to test that cap speed. Nova throwing that nade. No way. That was way too close. Patrice now blind on Link. Supdog has code sent. Gonna hold. 3, 2, we're clear. That is going to be a Link clear from OVL. OVL Echo, very nicely done. Supdog going to take down Acer, and 51 going down as well. Nova's going to take down 2 in response. Stuv coming up that far side. That's going to be huge for AOW. Except he has to push to Link. Nova's now on Link, full control. Link is hot again. Nova, this speedy cap. Native contesting. Patrice is going to take down Nolo. Native's taking a bullet in the process. Uses the util to contest. Osteo going down to Stuv on that far side. Stuv really holding that flank down. Acer taking down Patrice. Native going to Stuv. Sup, dog, the only hope. And there goes the only hope. Can Dawn save this somehow, some way? Acer in position. There's about 4 seconds left on the clock before this link is done for. Dawn needs to make a miracle happen. That is going to be it. With that, Acer shuts down this round. AOW takes this round. I was a little early on my timing, but pretty close. AOW takes the first round of map 3. We get ready for the next map. All right, hold on. Hang in there, guys. We're gonna hide this on the screen while I fix a mistake that I never made. You can't prove anything. How about that nade though, huh? That was a crazy nade. We're gonna focus on the nade and not me getting the names wrong again. I said at the beginning, there is at least one thing that goes wrong every time, without fail. And it always seems to be one thing. And I'm amazed nothing's gone wrong here. I didn't make any mistakes. Not a one. Anyway, AOW versus OVL Echo. OVL Echo having a really tough time on the defense. This is, however, Marsoc favorable as USS Quest. USS Quest lets Marsoc get to the uplink around the same timing that Volk does. AOW opting to have a B spawn. Let's see if OVL can make the same level of pressure happen for AOW. OVL Echo on the hard push. 51 pushing up to contest. Here we go. Here comes the util. Nade comes out. Steel goes down to Stuv. Oh, hello, little grenade. 51 on the push-up. C4 catches none. Don's going to trade with 51. No, sorry, that's going to be a refrag coming out. Acer takes down Native. Supdog taking down Acer. Nova on the push-out. Don, beautiful flick up to Nova. Gonna get that trade. It is 1-1. Trees now on the respawn. Supdog able to get control of this far side flank. We saw from Stuv. Speaking of which, Nolo goes down. AOW is now on the back foot on the push off of respawn. If Supdog can make the same value out of here that Stuv was able to in the last round, we're going to see it matter. However, Stuv, speaking of the devil, knows about this spot, knows how important it is to watch that back line, and he's going to take down 2 with it. Osteo on the push-up. There goes Dawn. Stuv, we switched teams. We switched places. You don't have to do this again. Commanding this west side flank like it owes him money. Nolo and Ace are pushing, contesting Red Room, leaving Stuv the only one really shutting down Link. FTL on this far side. Beautiful smoke from Supdog. That's going to shut down Stuv's early line, but if he pushes out underneath, which he is, Acer's going to take down Native. Stuv gets 1. Gets 2. That is 3 dead bodies. Count them. OVL, no bodies up right now. This needs to be a full reset. You have this situation. All your players are down. You're in the tent. Time to redecide how you're going to approach this. To take this map. Get those points on the board. Native catches 51 with a uncooked grenade. Catches him anyway. Nolo's going to trade with Native. Native takes 2 on the way out. AOW 1 up. This is your chance. OVL 4 up, 1 up. Nova on letterboxes is the only AOW left. Flash catches nobody. I thought that caught him. Nova gets not Flash. Smoke comes out for Patrice, but it's too late. Nova gets the kill. Swings out on the Supdog. Supdog holding for that line. Nova is committing. Link hot. OVL, Link hot. C4 comes out from 51. That's going to shut down Don, who was the only one on Link with that. Nova is now going to be on Link and sent. 1,000, 2,000. Link is clean. What a beautiful push from OVL, getting to a 4-1 position, losing bodies, but still taking the Link. Unable to really get any value out of that, though, as this is so aggressive from AOW, really pushing up and taking as much land as they can. Acer is going to take down Patrice, Stubb going to take down Steel, and Nova going to take down Don. OVL needs to get another reset here. 8 minutes on the clock. You got plenty of time. Think out what you're going to do. You guys have got this. AOW looking like they've got this in the bag now, fully shutting down the uplink. One body is really taking a lot of value. AOW seems to be getting 1, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 kills per body. And they're taking full advantage of that native on that position. It's going to be shots, taking down 51. Swings back, beautiful flick. It's going to be a knock right there as AOW is going to take map 3. Absolutely insane. That is going to be map 3, USS Quest. AOW has won all 3 maps. Undefeated. Well played to both teams. OVL, Echo, very nicely done. I definitely did not have a slip of the mind and mess up the team names. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Much love to everybody involved. Thank you everybody for coming in, and big shout outs to both teams for their sportsmanship going into this, as we had a bit of a delay waiting on some players, and instead of forcibly playing the game at a disadvantage, there was a bit of a wait there, and so you'll love to see that. Well done to both teams, and thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with more Onward content in the next one. We'll see you guys then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.